So social media is destroying us. It's making us to constantly compare ourselves to somebody else. Hardly do people come on the space to actually talk about the things that are really going wrong in your life. I've seen people who are really authentic, you know, they share the things that are really going through, the vulnerability of their story, and really coming on to tell us of how life hard can get, how tough relationship can be, how those dreams they are trying to work on can be very difficult to get. But there is this other side which most people believes in more than the reality that we are all living in. And because of that, we curate our life, not the experiences. So what we see on social media is just those moments where people are showing their highlights, and most people don't show behind the scene of the reality that we all know and are living in. And because of this deception, a lot of people look at it that, oh, they are living this kind of life, I should also live this kind of life. And in that sense, we are not living the life that we are not facing the reality that we all are facing. And so somebody is comparing their reality to somebody's curated highlights, curated reel, curated photo. Some people go on vacation and it takes them a year or 2 or 3 to be able to make that vacation possible. But yet somebody is waking up to see that reel, somebody is waking up to see that photo, and they think, oh, this is their normal life. But it's not. Now, even in that vacation, a lot of people are still having fight, maybe between their spouse or in their relationship, maybe even in their workplace, things are going south. But they still come out and show those reel, they show those photo, and somebody is thinking that is the reality of their day-to-day life, and it's not possible. And we use this as a validation of who we are, of our identity. That if I can't live that life, that means I'm a bad person. If I can't afford this, that means I ain't living the dream life. And this all takes place on the social media platform that we are all in, the Instagram, the Facebook, sometimes even on YouTube. We just see these things and we think, oh, that's reality. And because of that, people think that, oh, it's possible. Nobody's doubting that it's not possible. But to think that that's the reality from day to day, to think that your life every day is just going to be like that, is self-deception. We have to understand that these things that are being put out there are all curated, are all selected. The angle of the photo, the reels, somebody is taking those photos, somebody is taking those videos, somebody is making them look nice. They are color grading most of them. They're using the best camera to snap them. And we think that is the reality, but it's not. It's not. So because of that, we try to borrow personality. We forget who we are and we want to create our life to look like somebody we know. We follow the trend, we follow the aesthetics, we follow the opinion, we follow the lifestyle, and we copy them. Not because it fits us, but because they perform well. They get the likes, they get the clicks. So authenticity becomes risky when you come online and you talk about these things. Like, but yet everybody wants to be authentic. Everybody wants to be real. But how real can we be if we are all creating our life according to what we're saying on this page? I mean, on this social media handles and reels. So we confuse visibility with value. We think when we are visible, then we are valuable. When we have thousands and millions of followers, we think, oh, that is what it means to be alive. That's what it means to be happy. And we chase all that. So we forget how to live a quiet life, how to discipline ourselves privately. We forget your unseen integrity, and all these are undervalued. Even sometimes when people want to show their integrity, they want to show it with the camera on. So who are we then? We are all performers. Try to perform, not living the life that we want to live. And who are we performing for? Performing for the algorithm. So we live fast and we live shallow. Even when people go on vacation, they don't really want to enjoy those moments. They want to take the picture so that they can show to the world. They don't even enjoy those moments. And if you go on these pages, if you go on the internet, if you don't need to visit any particular page, so everything becomes an advice, it becomes motivation, it becomes an outright pressure or pleasure. In order for you to live a life of depth, you need to live it slowly. But the algorithm rewards speed. You have to do it fast. So you see a lot of all this reel, you have to cut it so fast that it grabs your attention. Those things where it can be a whole day activity. But we have to understand that this is a game. And the algorithm is not here to favor us. So the real danger is not we even end up in living a fake life. We start believing the fake version is the real one. Now you see people comparing their relationship to what they see online, compare their family to what they see online. And we think that is the real life. So the fake one becomes real and the real one becomes fake. The fight, the struggle, all looks like it's not what you want. Nobody wants a relationship that you struggle and fight. But to think that there is one out there that you would never struggle or fight, self-deception. To think that your life will always be on a yacht, or yacht, as it's correctly pronounced. You're just deceiving yourself. These people still go back home and face the day-to-day life. No matter how rich you think they are, they do. So you have to learn to do things that won't be posted. You have to learn how to build skills in silence. You have to learn how to make your life make sense offline first. And you have to learn how to use social media as a tool. And that brings us to the question, why are you on the internet? Is it to show people that you're better than them? Or is it to build a business? Is it to make money off it? Is it to make impact? You have to choose this. And not to be curating your life according to these things that you're saying. And if your social media feed is all filled up with this kind of thing, then you have to change the algorithm for you. And by the way, the quick way to do this is to search the kind of content that you want to see and just like those kind of posts. For example, you go to Facebook and you search for, maybe you want news, world-class news. Just search for news, maybe Donald Trump, any news that you think, and you see a lot of things on your feed. Just like them. Maybe you want a more quiet life, country living that talks about, maybe you like tech. Okay, just search any of those things and just like. If you can do that for like 200 to 300 posts, you wake up the next day and your algorithm completely change. And you start seeing things that you really want, and not that the world or the algorithm is constantly pushing to you. Real life is boring to the algorithm, and you have to know that, because that's not what people want to see. But it's rich to the soul. I don't think anybody should trade that for it. So you have to really define, why are you on the internet? If it's to make impact by being real. If it's to educate people, make it real. If you have a business and you want to make money by distributing your products or your goods to people, then do it. I'm not saying that once in a while you shouldn't show the highlights, the things that your wins, your victory. But what I'm saying is, people will definitely do that. But to think that that is the day-to-day reality, You see somebody who graduated, your classmate who's graduating with PhD. I think there were never a night, or there were never nights where he had to read all through the night, or he complained that the one lecturer is it's just on his nerve, or struggled to pay school fees. And you look at your life just by a single moment of giving them the award that, oh, your life is now nothing. There's no victory out there that you see that doesn't have a struggle. This is just a quick reflection though. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.